I just had a couple questions.
And so it goes as Republican senators fire off question after question on House Bill 1013.
How many witnesses appeared in the hearing before your committee, sir, on this bill?
Can this bill get reassigned back to Finance Committee so that we could take a look at this as well, too?
Do you view that as problematic? Did the committee view that as problematic, and that's part of the reason for these changes?
The 2-hour filibuster prompted a motion to limit debate and rattled the nerves of one senator.
We have been going through this little exercise since the Lord knows when.
Senator Joanne Benson had heard enough and was ready to vote on the bill.
All of us in here have our minds made up, and we know what we're going to do.
President, with all
I'm
due
sick
respect,
and tired of this foolishness here.
How dare you question us on why we're questioning this? We're not wasting your time. We have questions.
Minority Leader.
Yes, sir.
You have the floor. She was just expressing her opinion.
Well, I think it's very disrespectful that she questions us.
We will continue.
Senator Guy Gazzoni defended the transportation bill, saying it will provide transparency on major road projects with a scoring system to determine priorities.
What we're talking about here is something a little different, a little better. And I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with making more information available to the public.
Senator J.B. Jennings opposes the bill. He says it will negatively impact rural areas.
It's going to be heavily concentrated on mass transit projects such as Montgomery County, Prince George's County, Baltimore City. They're going to get the majority of the money under this formula, which I think is wrong.
This bill would really radically change the way we do transportation funding.
Senator Justin Reedy says the bill is merely payback for Governor Hogan kiboshing the $2.9 billion Red Line project.
So this really is about just they don't like what Governor Hogan is doing with reallocating more funding to roads and bridges, which is what our gas tax dollars are supposed to go for.
The governor's press office watched from the Senate balcony. They issued a statement saying ultimately this is very poor public policy and the majority leadership in the Senate knows it. Governor Hogan, who appeared at a transportation press conference this week, echoed that same sentiment.
It's a terrible, terrible piece of legislation. It's bad politics, it's bad policy, and doesn't make any sense.
The Republican caucus worked for several weeks on this bill, and while the vote fell along party lines, there were two Democrats that voted with the Republicans. Senator Jim Brochin says he doesn't like the double standard that's going on here in Annapolis.
There's this whole philosophy going on down here that concerns me, where it's undercut this Republican governor's authority to do things, and I just don't buy into it. I don't care what party you're from.
The governor says he will veto the bill, but Democrats have a chance to override that veto before the session ends. I'm Yolanda Vasquez for State Circle.